So we're joined by Colin Addison, of course the former, well I was going to say the former Hereford manager, but if I named all the clubs you've managed we would be here all night. There's been a few. And Craig Burley, obviously, formerly of Celtic and Derby, and quite a few other teams as well. You're both working tonight for ESPN as pundits. And I suppose if you're not playing, and you've both done that in your time, this is the next best thing.
Well, it is for me, yeah. I can't believe you left Chelsea out of that, by the way. But,
I can't believe I left Chelsea out of that as well.
No, it isn't. It's the FA Cup's obviously great. I mean, I love the FA Cup. It's something that's been close to my career and my time at Chelsea, especially when Chelsea didn't have the money. Way back in the days of Ken Bates, and we got to, I think, 2 FA Cup finals, 94, 97. So it's great to be involved, and obviously we're at the big teams are not quite in yet as we speak at the moment, but we're at Cheltenham tonight, where I've got to say it's a lovely little stadium here, so yeah, it's nice to be here.
Can't believe I didn't mention Scotland as well whilst I'm at it, Craig.
No, we don't mention Scotland these days.
But there we go. And Colin, I can't believe that nobody's happened to mention that the FA Cup, Colin Addison, Hereford, who of course playing here tonight. I mean, it's 40 years ago, and yet still, I'm sure people stop you. You were player manager at the time, you beat Newcastle, that goal was scored. People still talk about it?
They still do. There's never a day goes by in Hereford without someone mentioning it, and it'll always be special. Craig just mentioned that word special. The FA Cup is special, and it's very special to Colin Addison, to Hereford United, and the people of Hereford, because it meant so much, and it put us really firmly on the map, on the football map.
Now, there are those who have the view that perhaps the FA Cup isn't what it used to be. I'm not so sure. I think every team's still desperate to win the FA Cup. But as former players, perhaps sum up by both of you what the FA Cup means.
I think it's always been special. People want to. I think it's the best cup competition in the world. It always has been. I think it's been devalued in recent years with teams playing reserve, teams playing understrength sides, but you know, there was a great game on yesterday. Alfred taking on Leighton Orient. It was lovely, nice little ground. You know, the atmosphere was there, and will there be another giant killing? It's still there. You know, it's still special to a lot of clubs, and long may it continue.
And Craig, you played in 2 cup finals. I mean, so obviously the FA Cup means a lot to you.
No, it does, as I said, and I think, you know, everybody talks about the Champions League these days, but there's only so many players, especially in the UK, are ever going to walk out and play in a Champions League final. I think the FA Cup gives a lot of guys a big chance to go on that last day of the season. Well, it's not always the last day of the season now. Sometimes they move it and the season's still going on, but to walk out at Wembley is fantastic. And as I say, you've got more chance of doing that. We've seen upsets before. We've seen Cardiff getting to a final. We've seen Chesterfield with John Duncan, I think, got to a semi-final not too long ago when John's glasses fell off, when they could have beaten Middlesbrough. So the opportunity for a lot of clubs, I'm not saying particularly these clubs tonight, but for some clubs there is an opportunity for giant killing. And also it's the lifeblood of a lot of these clubs as well financially. We're here with Hereford tonight and Cheltenham, and the TV money from that, and potentially a tie against Everton in the next round, is huge.
Now, if you can't play, and you guys can't anymore, a lot of footballers obviously, once they finish playing, it's a real struggle, isn't it? It's very hard to replicate the adrenaline, the buzz, the excitement of actually playing. And well, the answer is you can't. But the next best thing must be what you guys do. You're both football men. Colin's a couple of years older, Craig. But it must be.
Said that nice,
he's wearing better than me, though.
It must be. He's wearing very well, isn't he? But it must be wonderful that as football men, you're still employed in football and be able to watch and talk about it.
Well, it's great. From my point of view, I've recently joined the board at Hereford as a director, and I enjoy that. And not that I get to pick the team with Martin or Andy. We've got a great manager and a great assistant manager, but nevertheless, it's great to be involved a little bit closer, because, you know, I've always lived at Hereford, even though I've worked abroad and up at Derby County many years ago, but it's always special to me, Hereford, and I've been a supporter really for 40 years.
Yeah.
So but it's still nice to be involved, nice to meet people, nice to get about the country and meet up with old players and people who played for you, played against you, and managers and coaches.
And for you, Craig, as well?
Well, I'm not allowed in boardrooms because I upset too many people by the very nature of the way I do my job. But no, I mean, I've been doing this since I stopped playing. I actually finished when I was 32. And I went straight into broadcasting at the time. Obviously, it was a company I shan't mention who are no longer in existence. And then moved on to ESPN. But I've been fortunate enough to go and do World Cups for ITV as well, and some radio with 5 Live. But you get to see lots of football. I mean, we get into games for free. It's great, especially when you see the prices of football.
You get paid to watch football,
We get paid. Sometimes we like to be paid a little bit more to watch football. But we get in for free. And we enjoy it. We get lots of stick, especially me and my job, but it's part and parcel. Don't miss the playing so much, but really enjoying this side of it.
Now tell us about your job, because you've got the presenters here, you've got the commentators, but you're the pundit. So what have you got to do? And particularly, Colin, you know, you're a Hereford man, but you're pundit here tonight. So I guess do you show your colours? Have you got to be?
He's got to tell me about Hereford.
It's supposed to be unbiased, or?
I think we just, well, like Craig, we react to a situation and answer the question. We say, what do you think, or what was this? Was it offside? I mean, I don't do as much as Craig, and let me just say, he does a smashing job when I've watched him in all his experience. But I don't do as much punditry as what Craig did. But after saying that, looking forward to it tonight. It's special. It's an FA Cup tie. It's Hereford Cheltenham. You won't know Hereford Cheltenham like I do. And both teams are in there now, ready to play. Sure, it's going to be a cracking cup tie. From our point of view, we'll just react on what we see and how we see the game going. It's as simple as that.
And you know, you're a pundit. You've got to say it how it is. You've got to say it how you see it. Has your sort of view of pundits changed, perhaps, Craig, from when you were playing and maybe you on the receiving end?
No, I was. You got to have a kind of thick skin. I mean, I remember playing, for Scotland, lucky enough many times. And you get, if you don't win, you're going to come in for a bit of a bruising, so you get used to it. But when you go into my job, you've got to be honest about it, and I try and be honest. I don't say things for the sake of saying it. I've got to be able to back it up, enjoy my job, do it full time. It's been this weekend, it's been such a busy weekend already. We're at Alfred yesterday, and Saturday we were Reading Man U, so there's a big diversity in the games we're covering. And I've got to say, it is easier to do the big games, because everybody knows Rooney, everybody knows Van Persie. When you drop down here, I mean, Colin sees a lot of these guys, certainly the Hereford. This will be the first time most of the crew here for ESPN will be watching these players. So you get to know different players, but you've got to learn about different players. And if you get here late like me tonight, then that's even more difficult.
Now listen, the winner of this tie, third round, Everton at home. What a carrot that is. And again, you guys both steeped in the FA Cup. You know what that would mean for well, whether it's Cheltenham or Hereford, what it would mean to have Everton come into their place.
It's a great incentive for both clubs, isn't it? A great incentive. I mean, this time last year, I think Cheltenham, who did they beat? I know. Anyway, they got through to the third round. I'm not sure who they beat in the second round, but they got a game at Tottenham. And Craig, like Craig would say, it's what a great day for Cheltenham Town going to London, to Tottenham, and did very well by all accounts. Got beat 3-0. But not only that, the prestige, the pride, the players, the younger players, getting great experience against a top-class side like Tottenham Hotspur.
And let's be honest, the money as well.
The money as well.
A couple of years ago.
The money is so important. So important to the smaller clubs.
A couple of years ago, I think it was now, my memory's gone away, but I think we watched John Champion and myself in the commentary, watched Stevenage humble Newcastle. And it's such a great day for these lads, because most of these lads, will never get to play in the top flight. Some will. Some won't, that's just the nature of it is, and so sometimes it's a great opportunity for them to pit their wits against guys they're seeing on television every time. You watch Newcastle, obviously had a great season last season. You're talking about the potential for Everton, who've got the Falanis and Morales and Jelavic and Distans and all these guys. A great opportunity. And the financial element as well is obviously. Now, a little bonus, but I'm sure the players are in saying, what's the bonus we get, Gaffer, if we get Everton and beat them?
Well, guys, I hope you don't freeze to death out here tonight. It's quite a cold one, but enjoy the night, and thanks for talking to us.
No, by the way, this is a warm one tonight. It's not a cold one, this is a warm one.
Cheers, boys.